One thing I did notice that I kind of am critiquing the developers is the side characters that you can flirt with outside of your squad and your crew of the Tempest. So that curator was one person you could flirt with. I don't know if anything comes out of it, but I noticed that the option to flirt with her, regardless of whether or not it turns into anything, was there, as well as the Asari reporter you could flirt with. I find that so far there's an imbalance on how many males you can flirt with versus how many females you can flirt with. So that is disappointing. I am going to, again, call out BioWare where it's due. I have now. Then again, maybe I just haven't run into them yet. Maybe there's more characters like that. But so far, it's been just women. So we'll see if that changes.
I take it you help run this place.
Nalan and I are Avela's assistants. It's been strange getting used to that.
Why?
Avela's much younger than the previous curator. She has a lot more energy. Sometimes I have to remind her to take a break. She's too passionate for her own good.
I'll let you get back to it.
Oh, it's you. I watched you land.
Hello.
Hope you're not calling me it anymore.
You heard that. I apologize. I was ignorant.
Oh, that was you.
What's your job around here?
Aylin and I help Avela with her studies. I specialize in restoration.
So you make relics look new?
Do as I can. I'm not a miracle worker, no matter what Avela says. She'll praise Ellen and I to anyone who will listen. Never had a supervisor like that before.
I'll leave you to it.
Pathfinder.
I'll leave you to it.
This fragment is from a wall of the governor's public residence on Vold, which was destroyed by Ketcum bombardment during the initial invasion. The governor, all staff, and most of their immediate family were all killed in the blast. When Vold stands liberated, this relic will form the cornerstone of a monument to those who gave their lives defending our home. Hopefully they won't be too far off. Exhibit coming soon. We're currently updating this display to bring you the latest in historical finds. Thank you for your patience. I feel like this is going to come... We're going to place relics that Ryder ends up finding. Kind of reminds me of the museum in Honeydew Valley? You know what I'm talking... Stardew Valley, Honeydew Valley. First contact with the Ket varied among our homeworlds. While this Ket sought to confuse Havarl with silence, they murdered the ambassador in Vold. They turned our worlds against each other and took advantage of the confusion and chaos. It's important for us to all learn from this moment in history, and to present the united front in the face of adversity. There's a lot going on here. This place is actually quite large. Kind of want to go back here and check out this area. This place back here. Whoa! The Tabatine.
Don't pay it any attention. Neither of you are as pretty as Mida. Ha.
You're all beautiful to me, especially on this day.
Grab something to eat while you can. Don't let your idiot sons take it all.
I'm trying to hear all this. The only thing up...
Okay, I have a scar for you. Look at this. Rock slide. Trapped my foot for 2 hours before I was able to get a comm out. Not bad.
The only... The developers didn't really do a very good job of the placement of banter amongst the citizens, because there's so many places where two people are talking at the exact same time, the conversation happening at the exact same time, and you can't really follow them. They really should space those out, in my opinion, so you at least have the option to stop Because even if I were to stop walking, they'll still be, you know, talking, like opposing each other. So, I'll see the rest of the stuff in a moment. Resistance headquarters. Speak to Arbiter. And there's like a weapons merchant there too. Resistance headquarters.
More aggressive. Abductions are down. Now they're slaughtering outposts.
They're scared. Overcompensating.
Things got worse when Evfra sent the new aliens to help our forces on Vol.
Worse.
Correlation doesn't imply causality.
Ugh, I hate it when you say that.
Then prove me wrong. Gather more data.
I always do.
Okay, now you guys are done.
Heard you were coming. I prepared a data pad on our laws regarding war. Learn them.
Your war laws. Though we face an enemy that will not stop until our entire civilization ceases to exist, it's important we not abandon the principles of basic morality. The cat must be defeated, but not at any cost. It won't matter if our future generations can live without fear of death or enslavement, if that freedom was achieved through genocide or other barbaric crime. So there is an honor to them. Okay. Military doctrine. Angaran. I'm going to read this really quickly. Military doctrine. The Ket conquest of the Angara several decades ago has left their military forces virtually extinct. The few warships and ground forces to survive the initial attacks were lost to the attrition to planetary defense. In place of an organized military, the Angara must now rely on the resistance. Angaran leaders composed articles of war and submitted them as laws to be followed by these volunteer soldiers. The rules of engagement reflect a mindset prioritizing preservation of Angaran life and culture over vengeance on the Ket. A resistance soldier confronted by a Ket base filled with Angaran slaves, cultural artifacts, and Ket guards is expected to rescue slaves and reclaim artifacts first. So isn't that kind of what I did, which Moesha told me not to do? Any Ket would then be destroyed with expediency and minimal cruelty, not to spare the Ket, but to uphold the integrity of Angaran civilization. Well, I'll just tell Moesha, all I was doing was, you know, maintaining Angaran civilization, or whatever it is that thing just said. I already picked this up. Yeah, I already picked that up. Does this take me back outside? Yeah, well... Uh-huh.
About what specifically? The Moshae being rescued? Definitely the Moshae being rescued. They're still using adaptive encryption, but from what I can tell, things are ugly. Someone will be sacrificed to this anger. Soon, at this rate. Good. Fewer Ket to deal with.
I expect you to take good care of Jarl out there.
I have.
I will. I'm sure he'll return the favor.
Don't worry about him. You saved the Moshae. That earned his loyalty.
And your loyalty?
Still wrapping my head around what you found at the Ket facility. That exultation.
It must be hard for you, realizing what the Ket soldiers are.
Doesn't change what we have to do. It's war. What do you need?
Oh, now he actually opens up a bit. Thank you, Evfra.
You've been fighting Ket a long time. Any advice?
Your war's different from ours.
It's still a war, and we're not prepared for it.
Wouldn't matter if you were. The Ket aren't a conventional enemy.
Any idea where they came from? A homeworld somewhere?
Each of our colonies heard a different story. I doubt any were true. They came from far away. That's all we know.
They came from...
Ever tried following a Ket ship to see where it goes?
Of course we did. Wherever home is, they don't visit.
He said they came from far, far away, so are they from the Star Wars universe somehow?
Do the Ket have a favorite strategy? Something we can exploit?
They switch tactics constantly, almost capricious about it. Makes them unpredictable.
They must have some weakness.
They're vulnerable to brute force. That's enough.
Or far, far away, Shrek, the Shrek universe. That'd be interesting for them to be from.
The Kett aren't mindless monsters. They must care about something.
Slaves, resources, power. Same as any conqueror.
No, I don't think it's just
You
that.
didn't see the exaltation process. They treat it like religion.
They convert us against our will. That's not religion, it's genocide. Every culture has its purpose. Theirs is to take whatever they want.
Yeah, you keep saying that, but a lot of things that you say are wrong, and I have a feeling there is more to the Kett than just that. Sorry, Evfra. All due respect.
There's no official Angaran military? Just the Resistance?
Lost our fleets and armies decades ago. Kett mostly. The rest fell to internal strife. We kept fighting, but our civilians were disorganized. Poorly supplied, leaderless. Decades of aimless defiance got us nowhere. I had to make the Resistance real.
But you know, again, credit where credit's due. Evfra is the one who kind of came out and started the Resistance, so I have to give him credit where credit is due.
How is the Resistance organized?
Loosely, we operate in cells. Independent strike teams have better odds.
Like Cerberus.
If the Kett capture a cell, it doesn't compromise the rest.
How did you wind up in charge?
Nothing to lose. My family was rounded up into a Kett slave camp.
I read about that.
Last contact I had with any of them was 10 years ago.
Sorry to hear
They
that.
could still be alive.
Didn't figure you for an optimist.
Are you kidding me? I've been an optimist ever since I met you. Haven't you been paying attention, Evfra?
What success have you had against the Kett?
Enemy casualties are up 600% in 3 years. But that's just a number. Every time we destroy a facility, take out a warship, we give our people hope.
And you're not fighting alone anymore.
We'll see.
What do you mean we'll see? We've been proving it for the last how long? How long, Evfra? Sheesh, some people.
I've seen armed people in uniform. They're not Resistance?
Aya police. Purely ornamental. Gives us the appearance of civilization.
Well, at least he's honest.
You don't think they're necessary?
If things go bad, the Resistance will handle it.
That's up to the governor, isn't it?
Okay, Evfra. Whatevs. Let's talk more about the governor.
What do you think of your governor?
She governs Aya, not the Resistance.
Way to avoid the question. Is there history between you?
I can always count on Paran to offer a spirited argument.
You respect her?
She holds her own. Not many do.
I hope the initiative is making a good impression.
The initiative. Sounds so unthreatening. Like a city planner
We
meeting.
haven't been threatening.
That's kind of what it's meant to be.
City planners don't walk around in battle armor with rifles on their shoulder.
Depends on the city.
Yeah.
My point is, we traveled through dark space to build something here.
That's what invaders always say. At first.
We're not invaders.
Of course.
Why the heck? How have we not proven enough to you that we're not invaders? Sheesh. Some people are just so set that they think that they know what our intentions are because of one race that did you wrong. Some people are just so set that they, no matter how, you can never seem to satisfy them. No matter how many times you prove that you're actually like on their side, they still are like, oh, you guys could definitely be invaders. And yes, it's true. This all could be some big giant fantastical ruse, and we're just getting them to a sense of security so we can go and stab them in the back. But it's like, at this point, like, with all of the things that Skyler has done to risk his life for this people, is it really worth it? Like, why risk his life with the Kett if he ultimately was trying to take out the Angarans? Why waste his time, doing all of these quests for these people and risking his life against the Kett when he could just risk his life by striking down the Angara here in Aya? I mean, seriously.
What's your story, Evfra?
You're not getting my personnel file.
I'd just like to know who I'm working with.
You want to know what it's like being me?
Not particularly.
I wake up every morning to fight a war. I send people to kill and die. If I'm lucky, there are more dead Ket than resistance when I go to sleep.
That's a hell of a burden.
Enough personal discussion.
Alright, well that's why I ended with it.
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Alright. Ooh. Evfra's command console. Computer console composed of refined plastics, 52%, processed metals, 42%, synthesized conductive materials, 6%. This command console belongs to Evfra de Tarashav, leader of the Angaran resistance. He may seem like, you know, he's all tough and gruff and everything, when secretly he's got, like, an extranet of old reruns from Full House or My Little Pony Friendships is Magical, or... Sorry, I don't watch the show, I'm sorry. But I bet you that's what he has on his terminal.
Moved in Vayon to replace them. No, Sector 9 is still unstable. But we out of food in 2 days. Had ammo in 3. They have to fall back.
Sounds like you've got trouble.
Too many Ket, not enough resistance. Have a team that's been in the field for 6 months without resupply.
Wow, you just...
They won't come in. Say they're close to taking down a Ket outpost, but I don't know.
I guess.
Give your team a chance to pull it off.
We fought best when the odds are against us. Maybe you're right. This is the hardest part of my job. Thank you for the advice, Pathfinder.
Hopefully I didn't give him the bad advice. Hopefully I didn't give him bad advice. Did I just doom all those people? I'm gonna feel bad if I doomed all those people. Whoops. It was my gut reaction. Decontamination console. Oh, hey Cora.
Let's go
Ryder.
over this again, everyone. Center,
Wish
ground,
I could join in
focus.
down there.
That's how to
I could use a
ability.
workout.
What we're doing right now is nothing like a battlefield. Before you go into the field, you need to attain focus without thinking about it. Again.
Getting lots of stares. Reminds me of being on Thessia for Asari commando training. We're the aliens.
For some Angara, we're the only humans they'll ever see.
That's cool.
That's huge.
Whatever happens, we'll make a better show than the Ket.
That's really cool that they're doing these simulations. It's like the danger
Put more
room.
energy into it.
Can I go into the danger room?
Pathfinder, Evfra cleared you to purchase weapons over my objections.
Anything I buy will be used to fight Ket.
You fight our enemy, but you're not one of us. Remember that.
That's fine. I am going to save you all, whether you want me to or not. I am going to fix all of your problems, whether you want me to or not. I will save you all if I have to kill you all to do it. No, 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 no. Ooh, wow.
Sam, is this thing safe?
Yes. The slight ringing in your ears is nothing to worry about.
Oh, boy.
Very reassuring.
Infirmary.
Getting enough somewhere. In the oil bed. They've calibrated it.
Everything is fine, Taoshi. Stop worrying.
Ooh, see, it's like their photosynthetic, like, abilities, properties.
I assume you're the human everyone's buzzing about.
That's me.
If you're looking for treatment, I'm afraid I don't know enough about human physiology to be much help. Unless you can make use of the ion beds.
If Jal takes a hit on my watch, my doctor needs to know how to treat him. Can you point me to resources she can use to learn your methods?
That's cool.
So you're considering all possibilities. Jal is in good hands.
I know.
I have medical journals on treating Angaran injuries, and
preventing complications.
Those would be appreciated.
You're welcome to upload them to your ship's doctor for study.
Yes, I'm sure Lexi would love it.
Is there something special about the beds here?
They're filled with a negatively charged iron gel. The gel works with our natural electricity to speed recovery.
Oh.
Think it'd work on other species?
Without bioelectricity, it would be of small benefit, but it might reduce pain.
Interesting.
So you guys are electrically charged?
Our bodies produce a store of electricity that we can dispel in a surge of energy.
Like eels.
We use it for short-range communication, healing, even combat.
That's so neat.
I admit, I was surprised to learn your kind doesn't have that ability.
Some of us are biotic. It's similar. Kinda.
I would be interested to study biotics.
I'll get moving.
Ishari.
Are we not allowed to go in there? Okay. Wow. All those random noises. Okay, I'm supposed to find Liam somewhere. How about also the additional tasks? Find all the drones. Place beacon marks to any malfunction drones you find. Where was the... EOS, medical supplies, roll car manifest, find all the drones, hack the cat to find and scan, hiding rocks for science, talk to, speak with Carrie, message to the Nexus, Ghost of Promise, comparatively. Where's the one that Subi wanted me to do? Snacks. It was in Helios assignments, wasn't it? Movie night snacks. Because I want my movie night. Oh, it's over there. Good.
Ryder, you are the subject of a detailed scan by an Angara standing nearby.
Maybe I should introduce myself. Hello there.
I'm working.
Wow, you're rude.
You scanned me pretty hard. That wasn't your way of saying welcome, stranger?
I wanted to be discreet.
Noted. What's your interest in me?
You're an alien on my homeworld. Why wouldn't I
I
be
guess
interested?
I scan everything else.
You could have asked.
Well,
Fine. Will you submit to a full spectrum analysis of your biology?
to be fair, Skyler, you've been scanning random things without people's permission this entire time. You're kind of being a little hypocritical right now, Skyler. I'm calling you out.
You haven't even told me your name.
Evfra, biological researcher. This is my home.
Are you looking for something specific?
We share many external similarities. I want to learn if that holds true internally.
This wouldn't be... I mean, no, I can't say this because I already tried scanning her before I even started talking to her, too.
I can't fault you for being curious. Scan away.
I didn't think you'd comply.
I'm full of surprises.
That you are. When we face extinction, family is our final comfort. Do you understand that?
I came to this galaxy with my family. I lost my father on the day I arrived.
But you still carry on his legacy. He knew that, in the end. Family is everything. Not only the one we have now, but the ones that follow us.
That's our theme.
What will your family look like in 5 generations? 10? How many of you will there be?
You're worried there'll be more of us than you.
I have 23 grandchildren. I want to know what their grandchildren will inherit. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
That is interesting. What they will inherit. Resistance message to the Nexus. Subject, join our fight. You proved you can fight the Ket on Volt. The Resistance doesn't impress easily. Stand with us. Together we will take this war to the enemy's home. We will make them feel terror. We'll show them despair. We will break the Ket, and then, when that's done, we'll share the rewards of victory. Are you at war with each other? We've seen members of your species act with violence, greed, and selfishness. We found evidence of your people attacking and stealing from one another. Why do you hurt each other when only the Ket stand to gain? If our people are slow to trust you, it's because we can't understand why some of you seem determined to hurt others. Even the Ket stand unite in their cause. Why don't you? It's a little complicated. We have much to learn. But I mean, it's a fine point. It's a valid point. We have much to learn. I've spent my life wondering what other beings might exist. Your people are nothing like what I imagined, and I'm glad for that. I thought I was long past being surprised in life. My sons and daughters draw pictures of you and ask me all sorts of questions. They want to know everything about you. We hope you feel the same. There's so much we can teach each other. See, I like those particular ones, those particular notes. I believe in our future. Help arrives when you least expect it, and your arrival was unexpected. You came to Aya wounded and in need, and we didn't welcome you. You went to our other worlds and helped our people overcome terrible challenges with no promise of reward or friendship. You wouldn't do that if there wasn't goodness at your core. You want to understand and to be understood. This is the start of a great alliance. See, if only Evfra can see that. Hey, Jal?
Right. Well, what do you think?
I could get used to this.
We take turns living here. You can see why.
I love pretty much everything about it.
I love the air, the breeze. And one day we'll have more places like this. I have faith.
Me too. Thank you for that, Jal.
Thank you for making sure that this squad behaves while on Aya.
They just follow my lead, I guess.
I was being sarcastic. So, good to know.
They followed my lead. Great. Thanks a lot, Jal. Thanks a lot. Ah, the museum. Alright, I've been to the museum already. This place is so huge. It's huge.
I'm so glad you're back. I'm in one piece this time.
I was in one piece last time. A little dented, but in one piece.
You hit that wall so hard you had amnesia for 2 weeks.
Hit the wall?
Technically, I was still in one piece.
They should put Jarl on every resistance recruitment.
Hey, Drac.
Did he ever contact you?
No. Perfect flotation.
Why are the good ones always dense?
I hear he had a thing for the repository's curator. Never went anywhere. She's just as...
That's Cassandra.
So, Jarl's available.
You're hopeless. Where's that shuttle?
That is definitely Cassandra. That's pretty awesome. Hey, it's Drac and Liam. Hey, Drac.
Pathfinder.
Really?
Ryder.
You got nothing else to say, Drac?
Pathfinder.
Seriously. Nutrient paste vats. Food processing equipment composed of alloy shell, 21%, electronic components, 5%, ingestible organic material, 74%. This is an industrial food processor used for creating and storing Angara nutrient paste. Is that like their normal... Is that like their normal cuisine? Nutrient paste? Hey, Liam. You have a quest here, don't you?
Good to be back here. Ready to hit those scans?
What am I looking for?
Moran called out supplies that may have useful properties for our tech. Just need to get Sam's eye on them. Take a stroll. Enjoy the market. Nav sent.
Okay. The Resistance needs volunteers. The Ket have felt the power of the Resistance, and they know their end is coming. Our victories on Vold are only the beginning of what we can achieve, but we can't defeat the enemy without your help. If you're tired of living in fear, if you believe we were meant for something greater than slavery, if you're willing to stand up and fight, you'll find a new family in the Resistance. We'll train you to strike back at the Ket and reclaim what is ours. The Resistance defends the future of all Angara. Join us. That's the bar that we've already been to.